Hey, I'll just start it.
It's got running.
Now they're starting to run.
It's got kicking.
Crowd willing him on. Phil Shorey. Blue White took it anyway. He has.
It's got bone-on-bone hits without pads.
And all of these are very strong-looking people. I wouldn't want to be holding a ball while any of them are running at me full speed. On the channel, we've looked at rugby league and rugby union, and I finally come to a place where I feel that I could confidently tell the difference between the two. But I recently received a suggestion for a compilation video about somebody called Mason Cox, and I'd never heard of him before. So that led me to look into AFL, which led me to realize that this isn't just another type of rugby. This is a completely different sport that I don't know about. So instead of starting by just looking at one player, I wanted to see if I could learn them.
No, it's not rugby. It's Australian football, although you might hear it called Aussie rules or even footy. This is Australia's biggest sport and is now played professionally by 18 teams in the AFL. It has the fourth highest average attendance of any domestic sports league in the world. These are some serious fans.
It looks
What
packed
do you
in
say
there.
we talk basics? Aussie rules is played on a football field, probably bigger than any you've ever seen.
It is massive. It looks similar to a cricket field. And that explains all the rest.
With an egg-shaped ball that takes some crazy bounces. Each team consists of 18 players on the field and 4 on the bench. Tremendous athletes, these players are basketball-sized with the hands and foot speed of an NFL wide receiver and stamina greater than a soccer player.
This is interesting.
Oh, they're bouncing the
It's a
ball.
event in any stadium in the world.
The game starts with a center bounce, a bit like a basketball jump ball. The basic object of the game, like American football, is to move the ball down the field and score.
Wants to go all the way from 45. Collier gets it back within a goal.
You can move the ball 3 ways. Running, but you have to bounce it every 16 yards.
Oh.
Using your fist to hit it forward. This is called a handball, another skill unique to Aussie rules.
That looks a bit like a volleyball.
Nice running. Ellis was involved as well. Frostholm started it all and drills it home.
And of course, the most common way is kicking it.
And it's full forward. Oh, terrific.
Look at the leg muscles on this guy.
Like a quarterback using feet instead of hands, these guys can hit a teammate on the run at 50 yards. If the kick is a little high, a player may have to jump and make a spectacular catch. This is called a mark.
Oh, look at Naitanui. He took his armchair with him and set it on top. Nick Naitanui.
He just used the other guy.
And believe it or not, you can use the opponent as a springboard for jumping. If you take a mark,
What? Also, the athleticism one must have to launch themselves up in the air, get their knees on somebody else's shoulder to catapult themselves higher. Insane. I also noticed that all the players seem to be doing all the things. Do positions matter? Or, for example, can anybody kick the ball? Can anybody run it? Maybe I'm asking that too soon. Hopefully he answers.
you can keep going, or you can stop on the spot and take an unimpeded kick.
Glorious kick.
Once in scoring position, the idea is to kick the ball through the 2 large upright posts. That's a goal and worth 6 points.
Here's left foot. Well within his repertoire.
If you hit the post,
Can he send it? Hits the post.
or send it between the big post and the outer lower post, it's worth 1 point and is called a behind. A final scoreline might look something like this.
What am I looking at here? 2010 130. 1812 120. That doesn't... Oh. 20 times 6 is 120 plus 10 is 130. 18 times 6 is 108 plus 12 is 120. So the score on the far left are the goals, and then you multiply that by 6 because each goal is worth 6. And then the one in the middle is the behinds, which you add. And that brings you to the total. Correct me if I'm wrong there. I feel like I was just in an algebra class trying to solve for x.
By the way, there's no offside rule. Don't get us wrong, there are positions. Defenders defend. Forwards go forward. And midfielders, yep, play in midfield.
This is better from Hawthorn. We know what
That
a good
answers
kick
that.
he is, but he sets Hill up a line outside. He goes back into Hale, 70 metres out, too far to score. Gives off here to Suckling. Suckling with a low belter.
Players come in all shapes and sizes. The Fremantle Dockers have 5'8" Hayden Ballantyne, 6'3" Nate Fife, and 7-footer Aaron Sandilands.
Wow.
You can tackle hard, but not too high or low. It has to be between the shoulders and the knees. There are 4 quarters of 20 minutes, but like soccer, time is added on for stoppages of play. The extra time can be as much as 10 additional minutes. AFL teams play 22 regular season games. The top 8 teams make the playoffs, or as they're called in Australia, the finals. Eventually, 2 teams meet in the championship game or the grand final. It's Australia's Super Bowl and is played every year in the magnificent Melbourne Cricket Ground in front of 90,000 plus. It's a big deal.
90,000 plus. I'm pretty sure that is more people than are in the stadiums for the Super Bowl. This is the biggest sport I'd never heard of.
Opening bounce, Kennedy, long kick, goal. First of the grand final.
Good looking kick. He's got it. Franklin. Oh, yes, he has.
Malcheski run down holding the footy.
Langford running hard. He'll fancy this. It's got enough. It's a goal.
Any questions? Check us out at afl.com.au and on Twitter @AFL.
Intriguing. Where can I watch? Also, I'll link you the AFL channel in the description. I guess AFL answers the question of what you would get if you were to mix elements of football, soccer, basketball, some volleyballs in there as well, and rugby. Except more running than all of those sports because the field is massive. Also, I admit that when I heard people say that they like to play footy or watch footy, I thought they were referring to rugby. So, this is good to know in general. I have a lot of questions though. Like, how do penalties work? Do they repurpose cricket fields for AFL fields? Also, would love to know how many kilometers the average player is running per game. And now I'd like to see the women's league. You guys have introduced me to a lot of sports throughout the course of this channel. I'm grateful for that. The video's a bit older, so if you have anything to add, please do. Other than that, just leave your thoughts. Okay, we only talked about one country, so easy category today. It's going to be Australian musicians. We could also do Australia-related music. So drop your choices, any genre, any language. I'm going to start with one of the DJs I've been listening to most lately, Andras. He's from Melbourne and typically makes ambient music, although this one isn't that. It's more alternative. And it's featuring somebody called Oscar Key Sung, who I believe is also Australian. I can't find too much information on him, but really nice vocals. Running Late is the name of the track. It's alternative, but it probably does still fall under the electronic umbrella. And there are some R&B elements in there. So that's the first one. Next is The Colored Stone. The song's called Kapipulka, which I just read means big water or heavy rain. So that's a fun fact for you. They are an Aboriginal band that started in the 70s, and as far as I see, they're still going. I'd say most of the songs I've heard from them have been rock, reggae, ska. If you're into ska, try it out. Also, I recently found out NXS is from Australia. They had some 80s rock anthems, Need You Tonight, Never Tear Us Apart. And we'll do one more, Tubberwave. I think this guy makes perfect background music. The song's called Orientalist Exotica. He makes funky vaporwave synth music. This one doesn't have lyrics. It's not lo-fi, but something you may find on one of those lo-fi study playlists. So all of those songs are going to be linked in the description. Leave your song choices, and that's really it from me. So thanks for watching with me, and I'll see you next time.